Tonight, a former prosecuting attorney was indicted on multiple charges by a federal grand jury out of Boise. According to the indictment, 68-year-old Robin Dwayne Dunn of Rigby conspired with others to distribute fentanyl and meth in eastern Idaho. Dunn was arrested on September 14th and is scheduled to appear before U.S. Magistrate Judge Candy W. Dale on Monday for arraignment. From June of 2022 to February of 2023, Dunn allegedly possessed fentanyl and methamphetamine with the intent to distribute. Dunn is being charged with 1 count of conspiracy to distribute, 2 counts of possession with the intent to distribute, and 1 count of distribution. The charges in the case are each punishable by up to 20 years in federal prison, a maximum fine of $1 million, and at least 3 years of supervised release.
Here is the press release. United States Attorney's Office in the District of Idaho, and I quote, Pocatello, Robin Dwayne Dunn, 69, of Rigby, was sentenced to 42 months in federal prison for his role in a drug trafficking conspiracy in eastern Idaho. Senior U.S. District Judge B. Lynn Windmill also ordered Dunn to pay a $50,000 fine and to serve 3 years of supervised release following his prison sentence. Court records indicate that from June 2022 to February 2023, Dunn, an attorney practicing in eastern Idaho, agreed with clients and others to distribute controlled substances. During the conspiracy, Dunn and a client made 2 trips to the Salt Lake City area to pick up methamphetamine and fentanyl. Dunn and the client then brought the drugs back to Idaho for distribution to others. Court records further indicated that in November 2022, Dunn caused fentanyl to be distributed into a correctional facility, the Bonneville County Jail, to an inmate client. Dunn agreed that he abused a position of trust by using his position as an attorney to further his drug trafficking activities. This is a disturbing case in which an attorney endangered his community and jeopardized the integrity of the criminal justice system by distributing deadly drugs, said U.S. Attorney Hurrett. Upholding the rule of law means investigating crimes where they should be least expected to occur and holding everyone to the same standards, especially professionals who took an oath to uphold the law. My office is lucky to have law enforcement partners who feel the same way. The Drug Enforcement Administration and our partners work hard to hold people accountable for drug trafficking offenses, regardless of their jobs or backgrounds, said David F. Reams, Special Agent in Charge, DIA Seattle Field Division. I am proud of the work our team has done in this case and grateful for the strong message this sentence sends to others who would violate the ethical standards of our society. Teamwork is the cornerstone of successful law enforcement, and this case exemplifies what can be achieved when multiple agencies work together, said Lieutenant Clint Skinner, Idaho State Police. By leveraging the expertise and resources of local, state, and federal partners, we were able to dismantle a dangerous drug network and hold those responsible accountable. U.S. Attorney Hurrett thanked the Drug Enforcement Administration, the Idaho Falls Police Department, the Bonneville County Sheriff's Office, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and the Idaho State Police for their work and collaboration on this case. This case was prosecuted by Assistant U.S. Attorneys Frank Zabari and Christopher Atwood. This prosecution is part of an Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force's OCDETF investigation. OCDETF identifies, disrupts, and dismantles the highest-level drug traffickers, money launderers, gangs, and transnational criminal organizations that threaten the United States by using a prosecutor-led, intelligence-driven, multi-agency approach that leverages the strengths of federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies against criminal networks. So I'm assuming the feds took over because here is the Idaho State's case information on Robin Dunn, former prosecutor alleged to have been found smuggling illegal substances into Idaho prisons. Per Idaho dockets, this case number was CR 1023011457, which was presided over by Bonneville County Magistrate Court and acting judicial officer as Judge Rick Carnaroli, with a filing date of February 21, 2023, just months after the Idaho 4 case took over worldwide headlines. Not sure why I recognize this name, but does anyone else recognize the acting prosecutor Ingrid Beatty? If so, let me know below where you have heard that name from before. As you can see, Dunn was charged with 2 counts of possession of controlled substances, 1 count of paraphernalia, as well as 1 count of resisting arrest. What shocks me but maybe shouldn't is that Dunn was exonerated and all charges were dismissed on the motion of the prosecutor. Is this because the feds picked up this case instead? It appears Dunn was ready to take these charges to trial right before they were dismissed and after he posted a $30,000 bond. If we believe any of the Idaho 4 victims could have actually went into witness protection aka WITSEC, is it completely impossible they may have had intelligence against one acting with such great authority in the Idaho government itself? Or rather, could this have been known and threatened? There's a suitcase in plain view outside Maddie's room. Gunderson allegedly is related through marriage to Farley, whose name can be heard being called on Linda Lane.
Gangsters believed that they were robbed by other people and did not know that they were being surveilled by law enforcement. They even had the audacity to report some of these seizures as thefts to law enforcement.
The operation also hauled in more than 200 firearms, most of them AR-style weapons, which authorities say were bound for Mexico in exchange for drugs. Greed and power are apparently driving more collaboration between white supremacists and cartels.
These criminal relationships are ruthless, calculating, and they do not care who they harm.
Now, the Washington DOC confirms to News Nation that the wife of Jesse James Bailey is among those arrested in the sweep. Candace Bailey is a former corrections officer who resigned as authority
for arraignment. From June of 2022 to February of 2023, Dunn allegedly possessed fentanyl and methamphetamine with the intent to distribute. Dunn is being charged with 1 count of conspiracy to distribute, 2 counts of possession with the intent to distribute, and 1 count of distribution. The charges in the case are each punishable by up to 20 years in federal prison, a maximum fine of $1 million, and at least 3 years of supervised release.